Hello everyone, welcome to the corner. Today we're going to do a quick shout out and a quick bench update. As you can see, I've been working on the Nova here lately. Got a little bit more done on the other Nova as well. But first we're going to do a shout out to Vic's Miniatures. Got the shop card in the mail yesterday, I think it was. Came in the mail. Got two of my favorite cars on there too. 3940 Ford and the Carmen Gia. Pretty cool stuff. Does some awesome work on these miniatures that he does. Love the paint. That's something I never got into, is working on miniatures and detail painting and stuff on miniatures and figures in general, I guess. Can never get them to look real. But Vic here, he does a nice job on making them look realistic and authentic, and really nice work there. Awesome stuff. Got some nice words on the back. So that I'm doing pretty good over here, I guess. So that's awesome. So are you, Vic. But go check him out. Check him out over Vic's Miniatures. If you're into figures or if you're into cars, he does a little bit of both, and you'll like what he does. Go by and check him out if you haven't already there. If you're not already subscribed to him, go over and subscribe. Check him out. And like I say, here we get the Nova on the bench. Got some color on it. I picked out, it's a Duplicolor blue, like a Caribbean blue. I thought that would look kind of cool on there. And yes, as you'll notice, sitting underneath the back side of this car, I found some wheels for it, if I don't knock the carburetor off here. That's the wheel package, or wheel set that I'm going to go with on it. I think that'll look pretty cool. I like this with the wheels here better than what I had on here originally. Got just a set of dual air cleaners going to go on top of the engine. That's all straight out of the 66 Nova kit. Engine on up. Headers are all out of the 66 Nova. I tweaked the headers a little bit to get them tucked up a little bit closer to the floorboard. They're hanging down pretty good. But yeah, that's the tire pack, or the wheel package I'm going to throw underneath it. Using the small, what would be the left-hand side rear tires off of a sprint car for it. I think they filled it up pretty good. And to give you an idea of where I'm going with this is with the hood on it. Cut the hood on it. I'm not going to put a scoop on it. I'm just going to have the air cleaners up through the hood. At first I thought about putting a scoop on it, but but now, to give you an idea of where I'm going with this, this little job comes in the kit. I didn't realize this. It's red foam. So you kind of get an idea if you know the kit, you've opened this kit up, you've seen what's inside of it. If you've seen the decals and such, you'll kind of get an idea where I'm going with this. But it's going to have the red phone inside of it. Usually when you see a red phone, that means it's contacting someone of higher power. So I'm going to have a little fun. You'll see on the decal sheet here, I don't know how well you can see it, but the official UFO search vehicle. I'm putting those decals on the door just to have a little fun with it. Thought about going with a telephone repair. Could have put the telephone in for that as well, but I like the idea of putting it in and having the official UFO search vehicle and having the red phone in there for contacting somebody of importance. Just to have a little fun. You know, gotta have a little fun with this stuff. But that's that. And as you saw poking here in the background is the Shelby. I think I finally got the hinges bent and angled to where they will work. I'm going to use a piece of square tubing as a hinge point because that has a little bit more back and forth give to it. But I'm thinking that by using this type hinge on there, I think we can finally get it to open up without binding up. I don't drop it all here first. I think that'll give me enough clearance to get this to all work right. Finding out the weird contour that comes across the front of that trunk lid. All of this, and this leading edge right here, rubs the back panel on it. So it's been kind of a bear to get that hinge to lay right and set right. But I've been putting around with that idea. The hood's already done. Got that already. That's already been hinged. That one actually worked out pretty good. The deck lid on here has been kind of a pickle, to say the least. But I think we're finally getting around to getting this thing ironed out. Get this hinge on there, then I can probably start getting some more primer on this and then filling in all the small little imperfections. I think I got pretty much all of them in. Once I get everything done to that point, then it's going to get shot in color. And my son stopped up the day before yesterday, and he and I went to Advanced Auto Parts to pick up a couple things. And when I was there, I saw this really nice bright red. It's a cool color, and he and I talked about it, and we think that spraying that over gold is going to really give that thing some pop. So that's the color I'm going to be going with that. I don't have a sample of it, otherwise I'd kind of give you an idea what I'm talking about. But while he was up here, my son Brian, he chimes in every once in a while, and he's got his own channel for gaming and such. But he came up and dropped off a couple things for me, which is pretty cool. For those of you that know, I'm into trucks as well as cars, and he works at Landstar Inway. Oh, hold on a second. Pull the camera up a little bit more there. But knowing that I'm into semi trucks and such, he wanted to give me something of where he works at, and he dropped off these 2 semi trailers along with something else I'll show you here in a minute. But they're custom printed with their Landstar logos and such. These are HO scale, but I'm gonna probably pull them out and stick them on a workbench here somewhere up above, or maybe I'll just hang them up the way they are somewhere here in the room. But he dropped that off, and then he dropped off like 6 stickers that look like this. There's regular peel and stick type 6, regular peel and type stickers. If I can talk today. But what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to peel them up. I'm going to build like a semi-trailer, 1/25 scale. And then I'm going to put these on the trailer, back on the trailer. And then take 2 of the other ones, the extra ones, and I'm going to cut Landstar out of the bottom. And then that will go on the door or on the bunkhouse of the truck. And then maybe put one, if there's an airfoil on top of the truck for over the sleeper, I'll put this on top of the front of the truck. Similar to my Kenworth back here, it'll go like on there, like on the front of the bunkhouse. And as he put it, he knows that I have a 1/64 scale semi-truck collection. Albeit right now it's all boxed up because I have nowhere to display it. But I have it. And he knows I've had that for a while, and I add to it every so often. But he brought up it's from PEM. They're 1/64 scale trucks, and this one was custom labeled with Landstar. So he brought that up. It's got the part number there for anybody who wants one. I'll pop it open here for you. Really nice detailed truck. Looks really good. Got the really pretty blue on it. Also, I have a friend of mine. He's got some good friends that drive for Landstar as well. Dwayne, he's a good friend of mine. Lives down around Rockford, Illinois area. He's got a couple friends, a husband and wife team that drive for Landstar anyway. I don't know how hard it is to pull this out of here in that. Yeah, pretty easy. Get a little bit better look at the truck without the plastic on it. But I thought this was pretty cool. I've got a custom display case fitted for these 1/64 scale rigs. I've got a Don Garlitz rig sitting in one of them right now, but I'll probably pull the one out and then pull this out of here and stick it inside there. That way I can put it out on display. Oh, truck's gonna come out. Let me show you the top of the trailer. The top of the trailer is painted silver. That's like a little gray in color. Well, that's a pretty truck. I like the truck. Thanks again, Brian. Much appreciated. Like I say, this will go on display somewhere here in the shop. Even I got to revamp the top of my shelf here. I'm going to put it up somewhere. I do want to put it in a case, though, keep it protected. I like to keep dust off of stuff as much as I can, like everybody else does with models and such. Dust can be a pain, as we all know. But yeah, appreciate it, Brian. Good seeing you the other day as well. And that in mind, I think we're going to cut it loose there. Not really much else to show right now. The 66 Nova, the grumpier toy, hasn't really progressed anything more since the last time you all saw it. So, also, while my son was up here, he and I talked about something. I showed him a channel that some guys got here on YouTube, and I'm probably going to botch his last name up. I think it's Danny Huynh, or Huynh, something like that. He's an RC car guy. Builds this outrageous RC cars. Built like a, type of, like an apocalypse type builds. Just cool. Everything is so articulate in those things. The detail that he puts into them. If I could try to do them, I'll put a link down below. That way you guys can check it out. But the guy has got an imagination like you would not believe. And watching his stuff, I had this old car. I wanted to build, it's a 32 Ford. I wanted to build a, kind of like a spaceship out of this. I was going to put a rocket out the back, a couple thrusters out the sides for turning and such. And I was going to do this kind of like a steampunk type build. Lost interest in it, threw it back in a bag. I narrowed it up to do the spaceship thing. And I thought, oh, it might be kind of cool to do like a jalopy or something out of it. Or an old modified. Kind of lost interest in that. But then seeing Danny Huyhn's ideas, or his RC cars, and the style of cars that he builds. And after seeing those last couple pictures that I just showed you there, with the tracks on them, gave me an idea to do something with this. Now, y'all are going to think I'm a little off kilter. Well, you probably already do anyway, but what I want to do is, based off of those last two pictures of Danny's, is I'm going to put an axle out the front and either put skis on it or put tires on it. I haven't decided which way I want to go there yet. But I want to put a track system starting here, coming out the back to about here, and then coming back into the car. And then I'm going to put a blown Hemi down in the trunk coming up with the injector scoop, the injector hat facing forward over the roof. And then have the zoomies coming up out of the car. And then have a final drive coming down somehow off the transmission or the in and out box down to the track system. It may be coming down to the fact where I may have to cross or set the motor sideways in the back end. Maybe I'll have to set the engine crossways in the back end. I don't know yet. But that's my idea of what I want to do based off of Danny's ideas and what he does. I want to do something wild off the wall with this thing. I don't know if anybody knows of anyone that has any track systems that they want to get rid of, like off the AMT D9 bulldozer or off of anything. If anybody knows of anywhere to get anything like that, let me know. Either that, I'm just gonna have to scour around and try to find a track system somewhere. Maybe find an old toy or old AMT kit or something. But if anybody knows of anything offhand, let me know. Leave it in the comments box or email me. I can put my email at the end like I have in a couple of my videos here. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do with that. That's where I'm at with that, I think. Hopefully I won't lose interest in this time. But anywho, with that in mind, I'm going to cut you all loose. Enjoy your weekend. Saturday morning here, about 7 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, have a good weekend, everyone. Keep scratching that plastic, and we'll see you in the corner.